sparkling water, Mr. Mountain.
Why are you carrying shameful proof of plastic bottles?
I don't know.
With SodaStream, you make sparkling water at home in the touch of a bottom, without carrying heavy plastic bottles and pissing off Mother Earth. SodaStream, fuck plastic bottles.
Thanks. Maybe I have to refresh something. Is that you?
My husband Tom was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease in 1996. He was 36 years old. He had just started his career as a plastic surgeon barely 2 years before that. He and I had been together for 10 years prior and divorced for 4 years. One of the things that had taken us apart was the fact that we went for 10 years before that when we were married but not get pregnant. And I was labeled infertile and there was no chance of me having children. So that was one of the trying factors that broke us apart. We had remained friends through our divorce. And as the symptoms started before the diagnosis, Tom and I became closer. And once diagnosis happened, we realized that life was too short and we had gotten back together so we could stick it out together and watch what ALS was going to bring us. When Tom was in medical school, he always said ALS was the worst disease, and he referred to the disease as the beast. And he wanted to be DNR, do not resuscitate, once the respiratory was affected. He decided to go skiing and sailing, and he did a lot of things one last time. And after he completed all these journeys that he wanted to take, we moved to Barn, Vermont, and he asked me to marry him again. And then one day, in this time period, and I couldn't even imagine that I had been pregnant, and I was. The two of us together, we made quite a pair, helping each other get through this ordeal of my first pregnancy that I didn't ever think I would have, and his ALS that he never thought he would have. So there we were, Tom with the beast, me with child, and the day came when our daughter was delivered. We just couldn't believe after all these years and all these things that we had been through, there was this little precious gift that was given to us. That is truly, I believe, the reason why Tom decided to change his DNR orders to, I want to live. I want to live, I want to see my daughter grow, and I want her to know her father. We just took each day as it came and tried to enjoy every day, and we did enjoy every day. It was a wonderful life that we had up there. It was all a big learning experience for all of us. And Tom being a physician was a great, wonderful help because he was able to dictate to us how to and what to and where to do things. We did have our moments of stress and trials and tribulations, but as we went through those, came the moments of absolute enjoyment and fun. Tom truly learned how to adjust and adapt to living with ALS because he looked at it as a game. And he thought, I know what I have in my heart. I have love, and I have love here. And you can't take that away. So every hurdle that he passed, every finger he lost, every time he fell, all the way until losing his ability to breathe and talk, walk, he called it a mind game. And it was a game that his mind was playing with him. And we all have that game that we play with ourselves, inside of ourselves, every day. So it's not just ALS. All of us go through that. We all have beasts in our closets. We all have fears. We all have our insecurities. And if we allow them to get us, they will. We didn't let the beast get to us. Because we had love, and we had hope, and we had faith. And that's what got us through the whole thing. There was a film that was being made about us It was a documentary. There was a local filmmaker that had been following us and practically living with us for over a year. The movie was done. It was complete. We were getting Tom ready. We were getting him dressed to see the premiere showing of this movie, Mind Games, at a local theater. And we were getting ready to leave, and Tom looked at me, and he was getting chilled, and I was trying to rub his hands, and he looked at me and moved his mouth 3 times. And I know he was telling me he loved me. He quietly passed away before he went to see his own movie. It wasn't the beast. His heart simply stopped, and he died very peacefully and quietly with the ones he loves with him. It was almost as if he was saying, I've done my work. The beast didn't get me. And now it's time for you all to continue this quest. Fight the beast and find a cure. We decided to continue his quest, and we became very involved with the ALS Association, because I know there are so many other people out there in the world that fight every moment and every minute dealing with this horrible disease. When Tom was first diagnosed with ALS, we were very fortunate to become part of an ALS clinic that helped us with a lot of services that we were in desperate need of, such as wheelchairs or communication devices. I am here because I want to make sure that all the ALS patients, their families, and the caregivers get all the help they need. One of the most incredible experiences for Laura and I was being able to go with the ALS Association to the Advocacy Day events on Capitol Hill. As Laura and I sat there with our candles lit for Tom, we knew we weren't alone. We were in this together. It gave us such a sense of hope, and we felt it all around us. We need to keep going back to Capitol Hill every year to make sure our voices are heard and to make a difference. The ALS Association is contributing millions and millions of dollars to global research, and we will not stop until the cure is found. Patients can be reassured knowing that the ALS Association is doing all it can to find a cure for this disease. I know Tom would have been so proud of the historic achievements that we have made, because I'm sure of it. The cure is right around the corner, and I will stick this out all the way till the end.
Anyway, the rest of us just commercial, more or less.
The Ice Bucket Challenge is about to.
What's that?
Ice Bucket Challenge, this is the reason why we did it.
Yeah, that was actually brilliant advertising. They raised a ridiculous amount of money for ALS. What they found out? They found it was something with a certain gene. Huh?
That's pretty much like all.
That's all they got so far. Give somebody like what is it, 120 million bucks or something. They found out it's a gene. Okay. Actually, something like 95% of the time, they have no idea why somebody gets ALS. There is a genetic component sometimes that clearly is a gene, and they figured out it's like this gene that codes for superoxide dismutase, and that causes it so that the glutamate, you get too much glutamate, and in between the axon, the terminal end balls, and the receptors of the muscles, you get too much glutamate, and glutamate, even though it's a amino acid, one of those regular amino acids, it seems to be toxic to the nerve cells and causes like clogging up and destruction of those nerves, those motor nerves that are feeding the muscles. Okay, so somebody with ALS, as you see, it's more of a muscle thing. It's not a mental thing. Their cognitive abilities are just the same as they always were, but their muscles are no longer getting innervated by nerves, and they just start wasting away. You know how muscles do that. If you don't use them, they go through atrophy, and that's what happens with ALS. They just go through atrophy, but they really do it fast, right? When we were talking about MS, the fact that people can live with MS, 20, 30, 40 years. I mean, people live with MS for a long time. ALS, unless you happen to be Stephen Hawking, we're talking 3 to 5 years, start to finish. Their muscles atrophy, their skeletal muscles first, and then they just kind of, eventually, they can't breathe or their heart stops. So yeah, it's something that, it's not an autoimmune, as far as I know. Anybody come up with that? This is one of the things on your homework, right? You guys will all look good at this. Anybody come up with anything about autoimmune? You guys all looking at your papers like, I don't know, I didn't write this. Yeah.
I did. I found on my actual ALS fact sheet that it was autoimmune, or it said that it was.
Okay, so you found that it's autoimmune on the ALS fact sheet then?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess my point is that right now there seems to be a bunch of reasons that people think are causing ALS, right? Still though, I believe the general idea is for the vast majority of times, they really don't know why people are getting this in the first place, okay? Now, this kind of seems like an autoimmune, although the way I'm explaining it here on the PowerPoint, it's not technically an autoimmune. Because if you have that glutamate built up, that's not an immune anything. It's not like glutamate is really part of your immune system. It's a amino acid, it's a protein. Something that makes codons to make DNA, right? I mean, that's not an immune issue in this case. What? Yeah, so you found autoimmune also, right? It was not. Like I said, the vast majority of the time, they really don't know. So yeah, one's finding autoimmune, one's finding not autoimmune. We do know about that whole genetic thing, with the SOD1 and the glutamate thing, but that's really all we know for sure. Like I said, the vast majority of the time, they really don't know. Yeah.
In the textbook, it said that it had like genetic links with glial fat or glial cells, and I think it's something about like the copper zinc.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a copper zinc superoxide dismutase.
Yeah.
And that is what the gene is defective
Yeah.
codes for. Yeah. Yes.
This is kind of a random question, but if someone was diagnosed with ALS and within the state it was allowed, could they do physician-assisted suicide if they wanted to?
You can do physician-assisted suicide if it's allowed for any reason.
Really?
Well,
I think.
no.
There's only a couple of states you can do that.
Oregon.
That's terminal, though.
Oregon, I believe it's a law, and you can do it in Oregon, but I think it's a law.
Yeah, in Oregon. That's the only state I know of for sure. I thought there was one other one. Huh?
Washington State doesn't. I wrote a paper on it.
Yeah, so I know Oregon, there's physician-assisted suicide, but either way, that's a decision between the physician and the patient, even in Oregon. And they typically will not even consider it unless it's a terminal illness, which this is. Again, 3 to 5 years. They're going to slowly waste away into nothingness. And know that they're slowly wasting away into nothingness.
Did you see
Stephen Hawking, I don't know what the deal is with that dude. He broke every rule. The thing is clearly with him, it wasted away all of his skeletal muscles. But it never got to his breathing or heart. It just kind of stopped. So that's why he's still around after like, what, 20-something years of it? 30-something? Yeah, it's been a long time, I don't honestly know, but he's been around for a very long time with ALS. Because it never got to the things that actually